Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, 8:30 on April 23rd. I'm just going to go over the morning charts and give you a feel for what's going on. So far this week, it's been a very slow week, not a lot of action. We almost had a good shorting opportunity on gold up in this resistance level at 1155. It made it to about 1152. And then it started to sell off, so I'm not sure if we're going to make it back up there, but it is still drifting that way, and it doesn't matter really if it takes another few days to get up there. But if we do get that, we might have a good shorting opportunity, and who knows where the price could go from there. I figure it would drop somewhere down to the 1115 area, but we'll play that by ear. More or less what I'm looking at. We could have a couple different opportunities here depending how things unfold. I'm not just looking for one setup. I'm actually looking for a short right now, but depending what kind of price action happens over the next few days, we could have a long entry. What I see here is if I can draw this trend line here, if we get some sideways action here, I can draw a trend line across these tops, and if we do get a nice sharp reversal up, depending what happens, then I might just have to draw a new trend line, and we might actually go long with a stop just under here, and we might catch another rally up. Because if you zoom out on gold, there's this trend line. If we get a reversal up, then we'd have a new trend line to catch another wave, and then we can just keep more or less drawing steeper trend lines as the price rallies. So kind of that's what happened back here, and of course you just start drawing different trend lines as it goes up, and eventually your trend lines get so steep it chokes it out and you get kicked out, and for a pretty good profit. So that's kind of what could happen here. We just could keep getting these small bumps all the way up, so I am aware of that. Right now, if we take a look at the cycles on gold, we've got the longer term cycle coming near a bottom right here. It's coming down. The short-term cycle is about to top out today or tomorrow, and when it starts to come down along with this longer-term trend, we get more or less this price action right here, which I mentioned yesterday, and of course you get it right here as well. It's the final down thrust, and that's the one. It's these moves here that really shake everybody out. They break the lows, and everybody's stops are triggered, and it flushes everybody out, and then the market is reloaded for a surge higher, as all these people who panicked out are now getting in and chasing prices back up. So we could see the price still drift up a little bit, and then we could see it drop right down, and but we just have to play it by ear. Not a whole lot we can do right now, so that's what I see for gold. If I do zoom in on the 60-minute chart here, you can kind of see we had the head and shoulders, we had the drop, and I'm not sure if this was the market cracking down yesterday, the sharp sell-off, but we've got this nice kind of funny bear flag, and we had some increased selling in this drop, and now it's kind of hooking over, which is kind of at a resistance level. So we could see it continue down here, but it's a tough call. It's really, in short, it's trading right in the middle of the drop down of this drop that we had. So it's just going to pinball around in here and shake you with a new high, new low. It's just going to shake everybody around. So trading right here isn't anything special. Really, you want to try and pick it up at a key support or resistance level, and use the volume analysis and different time frames to make sure things line up and you have the most favor in the direction of the trade that you want to do. So that's what I see for gold, and it's similar for silver. The charts look a little different, but they still move together in general. And this is the SP 500, the futures contract. Now we have seen some big buying step in here. We had the big sell-off last Friday. Lots of futures contracts being picked up, so people are buying the dips. And really what we're getting are these wedges, these kind of bull wedges here. So we're having the same type of action here. So it does look very bullish. Volume is strong. People are just flooding in every time there's a dip there. They're flooding back in. Fortunately, we didn't get the buy signal here. We needed one tiny little pullback that day. Instead, it just continued to rally up, and we only missed that just by a hair, really. We just needed a little bit of price action to fall in our favor. We would have had a good setup, but we didn't get that. But that's the way the market goes. There's always lots of opportunities. There's several hundred every year, so it doesn't matter if everything doesn't fall in our favor. So that's what I'm looking at. I have a feeling we're going to see higher prices, but we'll just have to watch that. If we zoom in on the 60-minute chart of the S&P, you can see similar price action. It's the last couple days, more or less. We're just getting this. Sorry, this pencil's a little tough to draw with. You get this wedge, and of course we had huge selling here, but it dropped into a support level, and it rallied back up to the high, sold back down. Now it's back up. So it is at a resistance level today. It's either going to pop or we're going to see another drop down, and we could see it pinball in here for a couple days before it makes a decisive move, which will be either to the upside or to the downside. The market sentiment, there's a huge amount of bulls. About 53% of the market are bulls and 17% are bears, which is it's not good for the market. If everybody is bullish, that means pretty much everybody's in, and that's kind of 53% bulls is what we had in the January top. So I have a feeling we're starting to see some real market weakness here. The market is very strong, though. If new money keeps flooding in, we will see it continue to grind higher, but eventually a sharp sell-off is going to kick in, and it will be very deadly. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I don't think there's going to be anything today. We're just waiting for this pinball action. Unfortunately, we didn't get a trade in this week so far, but there's not much we can do. Next week, for all we know, there could be 2 or 3 good trades. They seem to come in waves, so that's just how the market goes. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in the chat room, and talk to you later. Bye bye.